Hello, everybody. This is Samus Mahomes here. And by everybody, I mean the brave individual that has come into my chat right now. But you see, apparently, RFK Jr., he might have done a bit of an oopsie here. Hold on. And I might have done a bit of an oopsie, too. Just a second. Fudge-sickles. Huh. Well, fudge. I am so sorry for the individual that came out here. Hold on. Let me get this fixed. Huh, well, that explains a lot. Just a second. Sorry about that. Seems got a bit of an issue at the moment. Sorry about the Twitch fucking thing. We're gonna restore this window here. There it is. Okay, so you see, this is the subject of today's sort of chat conversation. You see, the brainworm infected person who thinks that vaccines caused autism apparently said some things that were controversial to the wider autism community. Here's the sound clip that's going around. Just a second.
Sir, this is an individual tragedy as well. Autism destroys families. More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are our children. These are children who should not be suffering like this. These are kids who, many of them were fully functional and regressed because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're 2 years old. And these are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job. They'll never play baseball. They'll never write a poem. They'll never go out on a date. Many of them will never use a toilet unassisted. And we have to recognize we are doing this to our children. Sir.
Hold on. Sorry about that. So, you see, yeah, that sounds a little harsh, doesn't it? Like, you know, what a monster. But, you see, fortunately, we have access to the full tape, and you know what? I think we, as an audience, should get to know the full context. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there it is.
If you've been a victim of a fraud or scam, please report it at 1-800-392-8222.
Thank you for joining us today for our first press conference since Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was confirmed as the 26th Secretary of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Welcome to the press and the supporters of the MAHA movement who are here today to listen to Secretary Kennedy and Walter Zaharadny's remarks regarding the CDC's latest Autism and Developmental Disabilities Monitoring Network survey that was published yesterday in the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. I am honored to introduce to you Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I'm going to go over some of the key numbers from the ADDM report.
Yeah, you know, so far sounds like a bunch of boring government stuff. Let's continue.
Overall, the autism is increasing in prevalence at an alarming rate. The study tests 8-year-olds who were born in 2014. And by the way, these studies are 2 years later than they should be. And one of the things that we're going to do as we remove this function to the Administration for a Healthy America, to the Chronic Disease Division, the new Chronic Disease Division, is we are going to have updated real-time data so that people can look at this, so Americans can understand what is happening with chronic disease in this country in real time, and not have to wait 2 years to react. We don't wait 2 years to react to a measles epidemic, and we should not, or any kind of infectious disease. We shouldn't have to do that for diabetes or autism. The ASD prevalence rate in 8-year-olds is now 1 in 31. Shocking. There's an extreme risk for boys. Overall, the risk for boys of getting an autism diagnosis in this country is now 1 in 20.
Oh, that's great. They're all going to be like Elon Musk, right? Right?
And as high in California, which has the best data collection. So it probably also reflects the national trend, 1 in 12.5 boys. This is part of an unrelenting upward trend. The prevalence 2 years ago was 1 in 36. Since the first ADDM report in 1990, which was 1992 births, autism has increased by a factor of 4.8. That's 480%, I believe. The first ADDM survey was 22 years ago when prevalence was 1 in 150 children. In all the core states, the trend is consistently upward, and most cases now are severe. So about 25% of the kids who are diagnosed with autism are nonverbal, non-toilet trained, and have other stereotypical features, head banging.
All right, so we're understanding you specifically talking about the absolute worst case scenario. 1 out of every 4 children with autism are not only going to be Chris Chan levels of impaired. No. It's worse. They are pants-shittingly retarded, and quite frankly, they're closer to shaved chimps than they are to human beings. I mean, I'm starting to wonder, was Action T4 the right course for people like that? Nah, that's a bunch of crazy talk.
Tactile and light sensitivities, stimming, toe walking, etc. One of the things that I think that we need to move away from today is this ideology that the autism diagnosis, that the autism prevalence increases, the relentless increases, are simply artifacts of better diagnoses, better recognition, or changing diagnostic criteria. If you look at Table 3 of the ADDM report, it's clear that the rates are real, that they are increasing in the last 10 years, which is the beginning with the first one. Year by year, there is a steady, relentless increase. I want to, because this epidemic denial has become a feature in the mainstream media, and it's based on an industry canard. And obviously, there are people who don't want us to look at environmental exposures. And so I want to just read you some of the little excerpts from some of the older studies. The baseline for autism in this country was established with the biggest, the largest epidemiological study in history.
Fuck.
A study of all 900,000 children in the state of Wisconsin, children under the age of 12. They found 0.7 children had autism in every 10,000. That's less than 1 in 10,000. Today we're at 1 in 31. That study also confirmed the 4-to-1 male to female ratio. There were at that time.
So I gotta say, it is a little bit alarming that it's kind of going up that fast. I mean, excuse me, can't entirely be genetics or environmental. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't think it's vaccines. I mean, a lot of kids get vaccinated, and the vast majority do not develop autism. I don't think it's the fucking vaccines. I don't know what it is. It could be some kind of genetic combination. I don't fucking know.
I'm just over 60 children in Wisconsin with autism. And today it's around 20,000. In 1987, there was another exhaustive study, a peer-reviewed study in North Dakota, set out to count every child in the state with a pervasive developmental disorder, including autism. That study meticulously combed through every record, every diagnosis, and he even conducted in-person assessments of the entire population of 180,000 children under 18. The autism rate they found was 3.3 per 10,000, so that's in line with the 1 in 10,000 that was found in Wisconsin 17 years earlier.
No, that's a 3.3 times increase. You said 1 in 10,000 previously. All right, let's move on.
For context, today, the last number of 1 in 36 is 83 times higher. In 1987, out of 1 million, every 1 million kids, 330 were diagnosed with autism. Today, there are 27,777 for every million. If you accept the epidemic denier's narrative, you have to believe that researchers in North Dakota missed 98.8% of the children with autism.
I gotta say, I don't know what's going on with the guy's voice, or what. I don't know if it's emotional, I don't know if it's physiological, I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, it's almost like this whole thing is just one giant metaphor for autism itself. It's like maybe there's a puzzle to be solved. But maybe I'm crazy.
Thousands of profoundly disabled children were somehow invisible to doctors, teachers, parents, and even their own study. The same researchers who followed the original cohort for 12 years to double-check their number, they went back in 2000 and found that they had missed exactly one child. So doctors and therapists in the past were not stupid. They weren't missing all these cases. The epidemic is real. Between 1959 and 1965, researchers from 14 hospitals associated with major universities undertook the National Collaborative Perinatal Project, tracking 30,000 children from birth to age 8. This was no half-baked survey-based analysis. The study conducted 9 separate screenings covering neurology, psychology, speech, language, hearing, and visual function. Every developmental quirk, anomaly, and disorder was logged with painstaking detail. Autism, a condition characterized by profound impairments in social communication and behavior, would have stood out like a neon sign. There were 14 cases. That's 4.7 per 10,000. So we know what the historic numbers are, and we know what the numbers are today. And it's time for everybody to stop attributing this to this ideology of epidemic denial. In 2009, the California State Legislature charged the Mind Institute at UC Davis with because this myth was already becoming pervasive, the myth of epidemic denial was already becoming pervasive in the mainstream media, the California legislature directed the Mind Institute at UC Davis to answer the question. And Irva Hertz-Pichota was a highly esteemed, revered scientist, neurology, and epidemiologist, came back with a definitive answer: the epidemic is real. Only a very, very small portion of it can be changed to can be charged to better recognition or better diagnostic criteria. I want to say a couple of other things.
Now, granted, the sort of diagnostic criteria has expanded quite a bit from pants-shitting retards that are barely above chimpanzees to they catch people like Elon Musk. But, well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all crazy anymore. It's all fucking crazy.
There are many, many other studies that affirm this. And instead of listening to...
Every production line is powered by pros. The part we play...
to this canard of epidemic denial, all you have to do is start reading a little science, because the answer is very clear. And this is catastrophic for our country. There's a recent study by Blaxell et al. And a team of other researchers that said that the cost of treating autism in this country by 2035, so within 10 years, will be $1 trillion a year. This is added to already astronomical healthcare costs. And then there's an individual injury. These are kids that, this is a preventable disease. We know it's an environmental exposure. It has to be.
Wait a minute. You know it's an environmental exposure. Okay.
Genes do not cause epidemics. They can provide a vulnerability. You need an environmental toxin. And Irva Hertz-Pichota pointed out that because of this mythology, that the amount of money and resources put into studying genetic causes, which is a dead end, has been historically 10 to 20 times the amount spent by NIH and other agencies to study environmental factors, to study exposures, to study external factors, and that's where we're going to find the answer. This is an individual tragedy as well. Autism destroys families. More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are our children. These are children who should not be suffering like this. These are kids who, many of them were fully functional and regressed because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're...
Yeah, kind of like Doug Flutie's kid. If you ever remember that guy who was a quarterback in the NFL, had a cereal called Flutie Flakes. Controversially, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins at the time, Jimmy Johnson, apparently decided to motivate his team by smashing a box of Flutie Flakes. Maybe that wasn't the best idea.
2 years old. And these are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job. They'll never play baseball. They'll never write a poem.
I will say playing baseball, obviously, keep in mind, he's not talking about even Chris Chan level autism. He's talking about smashing your head, shitting your pants, again, pretty much being a hairless chimp level of autism. But if you're going to talk about the people on the spectrum entirely, like 1 out of every 31, have you ever heard of Zach Greinke, RFK Jr.?
They'll never go out on a date. Many of them will never use a toilet unassisted. And we have to recognize we are doing this to our children. And we need to put an end to it. And I I think I'm going to have Walter Zaharodny, who is the most senior researcher for this project for ADDM and has been doing this for many years, to come up and say a little.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm here as a long-term autism researcher and a clinical psychologist.
Hold on, what was that guy's name again? Just a second.
This for many years, to come up and say a little. Zaharodny, who is the most senior, and we need to put an end to it. And I think I'm going to have Walter Zaharodny.
Hold on just a second. Walter Rodney. Who's that? Huh. I don't know who the hell this guy is.
Who is the most senior researcher for this project for ADDM and has been doing this for many years, to come up and
A little
say
concerning.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Sorry.
Popeye se ha vuelto loco por los pepinillos. ¿Tienes tu pickle glazed sandwich?
Some
¿Tienes tu
homosexual
fried?
shit. I hate this. You would think, as Spazador says, you would think they would have someone speak for him. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. He is really not a public speaker. I don't think he's got the thing for it, yo.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm here as a long-term autism researcher and a clinical psychologist. I get to wear two hats, one with patients and families, trying to help them get to a diagnosis and to interventions and treatments, but also
I will say this, at least they put the fucking sign language person on a screen. I mean, you know, I'm perfectly fine with accommodating maybe the one or two deaf people in an audience of 2,000 or whatever, but holy crap, I really gotta say it is distracting when you see someone on the side like fucking hand jiving or whatever the hell they're doing.
So for the last 20 plus years as the director of the New Jersey Autism Study, which is a CDC-sponsored autism surveillance system, we've monitored autism in New Jersey in concert with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention since 2000. When we began our
Okay, sorry, I guess I apologize for pausing again, but I really have to say, I was not aware that James Carville was an autism doctor. And Spaz, well, I don't know why they don't have someone else talk. I mean, autism speaks, right?
endeavor with CDC, we expected to do maybe 2 or 3 baseline studies to establish how many children have autism, because it was not expected that autism prevalence would increase. Other childhood disabilities, neurologic disorders do not increase or change over time. But somehow, for some reason, with autism, everything was different.
I mean, it could also be that autism is the new ADHD. You know, I mean, say what you will about Chris Chan, but I think he was ahead of his time when he was talking about people with Asperger's stealing the limelight, quote-unquote, from truly honest autistic people like him. Well, I mean, he wasn't talking about people with Asperger's. Technically, that was folded into the grander autism spectrum diagnosis in 2013. Thank you, DSM. But, which was, I guess, just to bilk insurance companies? I mean, let's be honest. There is not only a vast difference between, say, someone like Elon Musk or Chris Chan, but technically they're on the same level of functioning with autism, level 1. Vast difference between someone like that and someone who's shitting his pants and in a wheelchair fucking drooling. Vast difference.
Autism went from being a very unusual, rare disability, which affected, as the secretary said, one child in maybe 10,000, to being known in every community, every school district, every center that cares for children with disabilities.
Watch out, the Spurgs are coming for you. They're gonna shit their pants and not shut the fuck up about Sonic.
Autism is real. It's a true disability. It's not a personality quirky issue. Everything is changed for the individual with autism, and while there's a wide range of expression, it does change the family, and it does inevitably change the community and the society in which we find it. Autism prevalence has increased very dramatically. It's increased in New Jersey, where we have excellent resources and access to services. And
I mean, it really helps when you're next to New York and Philadelphia, let's be real. And total coincidence, New Jersey, despite its small size, also happens to have the most Superfund sites in the United States. Maybe there might be some environmental shit. I don't know.
it's increased in all the states in the network. It's increased not only by the CDC ATOM network active surveillance activities, but it's increased according to federal IDEA statistics and information from a multitude of surveys. It is a true increase. There is better awareness of autism, but better awareness of autism cannot be driving disability like autism to increase by 300% in 20.
Now, let's be honest, a lot of this is also bored-ass fucking middle-class white girls, just like how they call themselves bisexual in the days of Xanga. And if I sound like an old man shouting at the clouds, that's basically what I am. I mean, hell, I'm going to be 35 in about a month, so... yeah, I am old. God damn.
20 years. That's what we saw in New Jersey. That's what the CDC report of yesterday indicates. And that's what, in my opinion, future reports from epidemiologists will show. The data provided in yesterday's report strongly suggests that not only is this a high point of...
All right. I'm going to be a little unprofessional for a moment, but I gotta say, this dude with the fucking whistling through his obvious dentures, and the bald head, and the old man, and the talking about the children. I mean, he sounds like a... kind of like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy, but, you know, without the obvious pedo energy.
Autism prevalence, but in the future, rates can only be higher. Autism...
In a world where you've constantly been told what you can't do, who will you choose to be when presented with something different? Ask your healthcare provider what could be.
Deserves to be
Sorry about that. This is
treated
gay.
as a real public health phenomenon, and I would say is an urgent public health crisis. It's not just that we're more astute or perceptive. It's not like 2 or 3 children out of for every one with autism has remained invisible. Autism is striking, and the consequences are lifelong. So I would urge everyone to consider the likelihood that autism, whether you call it an epidemic, a tsunami, or a surge of autism, is a real thing that we don't understand.
Yeah, no, it's, wow. Holy shit.
And it must be triggered or caused by environmental or risk factors. We need to address this question seriously because, in my opinion, for the last 20 years, we've collected data but not made real progress in understanding what causes autism or how to effectively prevent it or treat it effectively. So I urge you to read the report very carefully. I urge you to do something that nobody does and go into the many supplemental tables and see that autism is a true phenomenon and that we need a correct perception, not a perception that allows us to just provide services without understanding the root causes or the true factors at play. So thank you for your attention. I wish we could answer questions.
I think we can. Let me just say one other thing.
All I'm going to say is whatever the hell this guy's about to say is going to be good. We're in for about 15 minutes of probably some primo stuff, everybody.
I referred to a number of studies. There are many, many, many others in the scientific literature that absolutely explode this mythology that this is, that the autism epidemic is not real. If you read the literature, it is absolutely indefensible to continue to promote this. But it doesn't take you to read the literature. It just takes a little common sense. If the epidemic is an artifact, a better diagnostic criteria or better recognition, then why are we not seeing it in older people? Why is this only happening in young people? I asked Walter before we came out here, I said, have you ever seen anybody our age? I'm 71 years old with full-blown autism, head banging, nonverbal, non-toilet trained, stimming, toe walking, these other stereotypical features.
I gotta say, full-blown autism. Holy shit! Wow.
Where are these people walking around the mall? You can't find them. They're not in homes. There are no homes for them. There are no institutions for them.
Yeah, they're chained up in a parent's basement. That's where the fucking spurgs are. The super spurgs, you know?
Why are we seeing them on the street? Anybody can look around and see that this is a canard. And then you have to ask yourself, why is it so pervasive? Why has it been thrown up against us for so many years? And clearly there are industries. This is coming from an environmental toxin. And somebody made a profit by putting that environmental toxin into our air, our water, our medicines, our food. And it's to their benefit to say, to normalize it. To say, this is all normal, it's always been here.
It's always normal. It's always been here. And it only exploded within the last generation, or half a generation. And it's really common among... Nah. Troons have nothing to do with this.
But that's not good for our country. And it's not good for the press to not be more inquisitive, to not be more skeptical. And within 3 weeks, and probably we're hoping in 2 weeks, we're going to announce a series of new studies to identify precisely what the environmental toxins are that are causing it. This has not been done before. And we're going to do it in a thorough and comprehensive way, and we're going to get back to with an answer to the American people very, very quickly.
Secretary Kennedy.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Secretary Kennedy, I was not diagnosed with autism in 1994 when I initially did it. It took me 5 years to get diagnosed later. You also talk about the fact that the numbers increase with Black and Latino people, but your own study says these findings may indicate that improvements in ASD awareness, identification, and access to services and communities among Black and Latino, Hispanic, and API children.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't hear the fuck this guy's... What the fuck are you asking? Are you wearing a fucking mask? Are you seriously wearing a fucking mask?
have improved. Do you think that, are you denying that in the past, Black, Latino, and AAPI people had not been diagnosed, they've been diagnosed with behavioral disorders, they've been disciplined, they've been incarcerated, and now they're finally getting the services that they need?
Well, yeah, and there are small slivers of the autism epidemic, maybe 10% to 25% according to the studies. Highest studies are around 25%. That can be attributed to better recognition and better diagnosis. That means 85% are still, or 75% to 80% are part of an epidemic, and that's too many. And
I mean, yeah, listen. I'm saying this as someone who's a spurred myself. I understand that I'm quite fortunate. You know, I count my blessings. The unemployment rate for people that are autistic is 80%. It's not entirely due to nepotism that I'm not one of them. I mean, I've been able to get some jobs before, you know, but it's not something I would wish on anybody. It's not terrible, it's just incredibly inconvenient. And if there was a cure for this disease, take it in a heartbeat, even if I'm not nearly as affected as the sort of autistic people that RFK is clearly talking about.
And that is what we need to redress.
Walter, do you have something you'd like to add?
There's better recognition of autism and better awareness because there are more children with autism, and the professionals have greater reason to learn from what their experience and to diagnose. I wish the contrary was true, but it's not like better awareness pushes something that's not there. Rather, something that's there is being recognized.
Can you please say your first and last name and outlet before asking a question?
Okay, I understand the press is, if media bias were like a seesaw, I'd be surprised if whoever the hell was supposed to be the right wing wasn't propelled straight into the goddamn stratosphere. But I gotta say, it's a little kind of Orwellian saying, who are you? Who are you with? What kind of question are you going to ask? Like, yeah, I voted for Trump. All right? I voted for him in 2020. I voted for him in 2024. But holy shit, I get that you're suspicious of the media, but fuck, this isn't helping.
Thank you.
Secretary Kennedy, Amanda Seitz with the Associated Press. Some of the CDC's own research has concluded that there's a genetic link at play with autism. Are you saying today that you don't trust that research or that it was wrong? Could you expand a little bit more on that?
No, there is, we have really good genetic markers now, and they provide a vulnerability. But those genetic markers alone are not going to dictate your destiny. You need an environmental toxin. I mean, there are many genetic markers that dictate the methylation capacity of the human body. Those contribute to, those dictate, listen, with many people smoke cigarettes, and only 1 in 5 died from lung cancer. There were 4 of them that didn't. And those were the ones that had.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing I have to ask, too. It's why I don't necessarily believe it's vaccines. I think it might potentially be a combination of better diagnoses, practices, and maybe some shit we're putting in the air. I don't know. It's, the odds are it's probably going to be something we thought was good for the environment. It's kind of how this shit turns out. I do want to take a look at it. I don't think it's surprising that you're going to see more diagnoses within an urban area, but who knows? Who the hell knows?
Had some circumstances, probably genetic, that made them more susceptible to it. And And the same is true. We know that that glutathione production, and glutathione is an enzyme that helps the human body excrete metals and toxins. People with low glutathione production are more vulnerable. People with the MTHFR gene, which dictates methylation, are more vulnerable. People with high testosterone are more vulnerable. So there are a lot of
people with high testosterone are more vulnerable. Maybe that might explain the male to female discrepancy.
Genetic vulnerabilities. You need an environmental toxin.
I don't think an environmental toxin is entirely to blame. Perhaps looking into, but entirely, I don't know, man.
Alex at Fox. Alex.
Hi, Alex Hoff, Fox News. In seeking out an environmental toxin, do you feel that if one or several are detected or put on your radar?
I'm going to say this. She didn't have to introduce herself as being from Fox. The moment she opened her mouth, it was like, Fox News. I'm just saying.
Or do you think it would be the same one causing issues at both ends of the spectrum? Children who struggle with, let's say, sensory issues, all the way to those who are fully care dependent, unable to speak. Would it be the same catalyst in all of those varying conditions, you think?
Well, those are the kind of studies we're going to do. And you're right, there's a spectrum of injuries, and we don't know. There are studies that, that look at maternal activation, so that, something happens in the womb.
Icon tools complete every repair without
studies that look at other genetic causes. The issue that we know is genes don't cause epidemics. You need an environmental toxin. And we're going to look at all the potential culprits. We're going to look at mold. We're going to look at food additives. We're going to look at pesticides. We're going to look at air and water and medicines. So, we're going to look at ultrasound, because there's a timeline that, something happened. In fact, Congress said to EPA.
Personally, here's my schizo theory. I think the lack of CFCs in the ozone layer might contribute to the rate of autism going up. Maybe it's not a pollutant. Maybe it's just an absence of pollutant. Fuck if I know, right?
Ordered EPA to tell us what year the autism epidemic began. The EPA scientists came back and said it happened in 1989. Oh, you have to find a toxin that became ubiquitous around that time period. And that affected every demographic, from Cubans in Key Biscayne to Inuit in Alaska. And that affects boys at a 4-to-1 ratio as girls. There's a limited universe of those, but actually it's quite large. And, Eberhard Spichota was the one who suggested that, one of the things we have to look at is ultrasound. I don't think that that's probably a factor, but it's one of the exposures that became ubiquitous during that period. And we're going to look at all of them agnostically. We're going to find the potential exposures that increased during that time period. And then we're going to we're going to see if there is a link to this injury.
Thank you, Nathan at Epoch Times.
I'm sorry. Can
Sure.
I please go?
No,
waiting.
Nathan.
Give him his chance.
Nathan.
Yes, Nathan Worcester with Epoch Times.
Nathan? No, Nathan. It sounds like some kind of teacher's aide in an elementary school class where you're talking about some kid who's like, academically he's really smart, but he's on the high end of the spectrum, and he's socially retarded. I have no idea how any of this stuff works. No idea.
During that same time period of increasing autism prevalence or diagnoses, there's also been a significant increase in maternal and paternal age. Couldn't that be a significant contributor
With what?
beyond maternal and paternal age?
Yeah, we're going to look at all of that. We're going to look at obesity in the parents. We're going to look at the age of the parents. We're going to look at diabetes in the parents. We're going to look at all of these potential exposures. And because of AI and because of the digitalization of health records and the mass of health records that are now available to us, we can do this much more quickly than has ever been done in the past.
Cheyenne. This is our last question. Thank you.
Do you still pledge to have answers by September, or is that going to be the beginning of this process? And are you open to following the science regardless of whether it confirms some of your expectations or not?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say this. I fucking hate the phrase "follow the science." I'm sorry, did we elevate scientists to a priesthood? I thought science was supposed to be an escape from a bunch of fucking social class of people that have inordinate power. What the fuck? Science isn't something you follow. Science is something you discover based on experimentation and observation. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck!
I mean, we're gonna follow the science no matter what it says, and
fuck you too, RFK, for saying that. Why the fuck you buying into that gay paradigm?
we will have some of the answers by September. It's going to be an evolving process. We're going to issue grants the way that it's always done to university researchers and others. We're going to remove the taboo. People will know they can research and they can follow the science no matter what it says, without any kind of fear that they're going to be censored, that they're going to be gaslighted, that they're going to be silenced, they're going to be defunded, delicensed, and we're going to give them permission to do this research. And then we're going to open it up to the research community, and we're going to task them with certain outcomes, and we're going to...
Okay, that sounded all great until you said task them with certain outcomes. I really hope that was a slip and not a Freudian slip or an outright confession. Like, what?
Have them come and bid on how to do the research. This is all being run by Jay Bhattacharya and I think Martin Koldorf may be also working on this on designing the grant proposals. So it's going to be done by credible scientists, by the most credible scientists from all over the world, and we're going to do it very, very quickly. Yeah, one more question. Can you identify yourself?
Again, I fucking hate. Identify yourself. Like, man, I really did pick the lesser of two evils, didn't I?
Once you identify which environmental toxins are causing autism, what do you expect the impact to be on the industries that are causing those? You cited industry as something that are causing.
I think we're going to figure out a way to make pressure on them to remove it. And I think also, there will be market forces that also exert pressure on them to remove it. And I want to say that I'm very grateful to President Trump because he tasked me on day one of this job with making this a priority, of finding out what's causing the autism epidemic, and we are going to do it for him. Thank you all very much.
I gotta say, I'm not sure you'd really want to have a cure for it on some level because maybe Barron's a bit of a spurg and Barron Trump kind of helped get him elected? Autism's a double-edged sword. Okay, so that is it, but, maybe, I know he's talking about people that are, not on the extreme end of the spectrum.
Great ideas can come from anywhere. With Wix,
Blah, blah, blah. There you go. Maybe we should be looking at the other elements of the Spurg epidemic. Like criminal activity among the highly functioning.
He felt a lighter, and in a moment of impulse, took it out and lit an artificial plant nearby. Not realizing how quickly the fire would spread, she panicked and hurried out of the area without telling anyone what had happened. During the store's evacuation, she took out her phone and quickly recorded the fire burning in the craft aisle.
God, I fucking hate Zoomers. Alright, everybody's fucking addicted to their phone. Every generation. Silent down to especially the Alpha Gen. But what the fuck is up with this kind of sociopathy that has increased exponentially? Did the pandemic really fuck us that much?
Yelling for people to leave.
What the? Everyone move from the area! Everyone move from the area!
What began as a quick errand for oatmeal and mayonnaise soon turned into a $7.6 million disaster.
Get over!
Upon arriving, the officer observed several people evacuating the building and quickly retrieved his fire extinguisher.
That does it. Get everybody out. Wonder all we got heavy smoke.
During the quick sweep of the store, they noticed thick smoke pouring from an area near the center of the building, making the fire's location seem suspicious.
Let's just go. I'm not worried about people. Are they out? I don't know. Walking the sprinklers here. Yep. Ethan. Oh, Jesus.
She's outside. Sorry, bro.
You're all right. Let's just sweep and make sure everybody's out. Yep. Is everybody out?
Hello.
Just get out.
Yes, sir. Good, sir.
Just let it go.
Hello, Doink. So, Doink.
I'll grab this
section.
Can you hear me? I'm going to go down and I'll go that way. Yeah. All right. 45-17, can you copy? Make sure everybody's out!
Doink, can you hear me? Doink, can you hear me now? Hey, Doink. Okay, yeah, what the fuck is going on with your mic, my dude? Just a second. Server muted, I think. Well, I'm sorry whoever server muted you. No, you're not muted in the server. Good thing nobody's watching. Doink! Hello, Mr. Doink. Fuck. Why the fuck are you... Oh, thank God you're unmuted. Doink! How you doing, my man? Doink.
Dude, push to talk mode is fucking enabled. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to watch a Spur torch millions of dollars of merch in a Walmart.
Yeah, I'm in here with you.
Oh,
I got
shit.
grocery
Okay.
cleared, except for the far west aisle.
I cleared the back.
Oh,
so everybody
I know what the
Where
fuck.
the f- is it?
I know. I mean, we're talking about autism right now.
Oh yeah.
Like,
30, are you telling
we're
me?
on the
I've seen the whole
height.
entire thing, bro. Like she was like, "Oh no, I'm fucked."
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I know autism's a spectrum and all, but maybe people like us and this bitch ought to be separated from pants-shitting retards.
Yeah.
It's time.
That boy loves running in the
He
smoke.
took that, you went in that way. Nick Long's got everybody out.
I think everyone's out. Ethan!
Ethan! Ethan!
Are they looking for Ethan Ralph?
There's some sort of a sprinkler.
Sprinklers are going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's water.
Guys.
Badger buddy!
What was that?
Is there anybody in the back room?
I went through the back. Everybody was going out back.
You should head outside.
Okay.
It's like a
Oh,
black
it's nice
person's
down here.
house. Except there actually
I went
is
through
a
the back,
fire.
there were some guys, and I was telling everybody's out. So I was yelling.
I don't know where Ethan is, but
Ethan was just on the radio. He was all right.
we should not be in that thick shit anymore, I don't think.
We might as well get
Front and double check that side.
get everybody away from the front too, because they're going to be coming.
This was all from lighting an artificial plant on fire. So we're talking about millions of dollars from lighting something that couldn't be more than like 3 cents on its own.
It would look like 50 grand.
I know it said
Damages.
50 grand, but let me, I'm gonna,
No,
I gotta like scroll
said it
this
was a
little
million?
mini window back just a little bit to tell you. Oh, hold on.
Wait a second. 76 million? What?
$7.6 million.
7.6. Damn. That bad?
Yeah,
Fuck.
from lighting.
I thought it was just smoke.
They can't sell smoke damaged shit, dude, especially
Oh,
clothes.
oh yeah, of course. Oh, I was not thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. A 10,
Everything
like a
smells
3
like
cent
shit
fucking
now.
leaf, if that.
Yeah, man. Everything smells smoke now, so like.
I mean, would you want to
they
buy
cannot
clothes
sell
that
it,
smelled
yeah.
like pot, much less that?
I do. I want to smell like cigarettes.
So you want to smell like North Carolina? Got it.
That's not what it smells like, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like like
smells like
tobacco.
Ohio.
Tobacco smell borough.
I mean, yeah, in Piedmont is like.
I did go to like
with tobacco.
New Bern, which is, by the way, a very underrated town. Like, if you're
Yep.
going to North Carolina, I would say pay a visit to New Bern. It's actually pretty gorgeous.
I will in the future.
I told you, Sarge.
Dude, why does she look like a fucking animation meme or the fuck? She look like Birdie, the fuck, if she like have prescribed glasses.
Autism.
Dude, her like jaw structure is like kind of seems a bit masculine. It's not supposed to be masculine. Ugh.
Lesbianism and autism.
A broster.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, this is not the pharmacy. Yeah.
It's going. It's got to be going in there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Got y'all up here. Oh yeah, it's rolling somewhere now.
Yep. Gotta should get some doors like wedged open.
The hell's the difference?
Whew. It's a fire exit, Badger. Don't even think about it.
Clear out that crowd in front.
Yeah. We should get some doors wedged open.
I don't know if it's me or if it feels like it's getting warm in here.
I think that sprinkler system would be.
That stuff will get worse. Just get all this stuff out of the way for these fire guys here.
Oh yeah, it is getting warm down here.
Oh yeah. They got everybody away from the front when they come screaming in.
No, that's what he was telling Ethan to do.
Hourly Amazon employees.
Okay, why the fuck?
$22
Like, I
per
like
hour
the
in
fucking,
community
you know, they played Ride With Me by Nelly, but I fucking hate all these ads.
Ain't good, boss. This ain't good.
I ran my car before I get in front of these doors here.
Okay. I couldn't get too much searching done.
No, it's getting worse from there. It's going. Oh, it's clean out the drain.
You want to take yours, Ethan, and block off that driveway? Ah, never mind. People need to leave.
People need to leave, but I can stop them from coming in.
Yeah, block one lane off. You guys have the slightest clue what started it? We'll probably want to pull footage and make sure when some kids are doing something stupid in there, I guess.
I mean, we definitely will. We know, where it busted the most was where we have artificial floral. It's really combustible.
Yeah, my fear is that some kids did something stupid, is, kind of worst case. But
yeah, I mean, impossible.
Right.
That's all you got! That's it!
Need help dragging anything anywhere?
There's a hydrant. Bring it right there. Bring it there. Here, hold up. Take this with you.
Like, look at all the man hours, look at all the work just put in, because someone decided to set a 3-cent leaf on fire.
Yeah, some faggot.
I know, it's fucking insane, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's getting warm in here. That ain't good.
You want to flush it first?
Nope.
No, I'll be alright. Come on. It's been a while, but I can still do it.
There's no injuries out here, so we're good. Okay.
During the fire, 78 employees and 165 customers were inside, but thankfully, no one was injured. However, in different situations, others may not be as fortunate when they unexpectedly become victims. Seriously injured in an accident, medical bills piling up, insurance companies often give you the runaround. It's a nightmare scenario.
Fucking hell, I hate these fucking stealth ads. They're gay.
Dude, this video is sponsored by Factor.
I don't care. This sucks. I want cops.
Yeah.
I want cops and robbers. Not this shit.
No, I'm not talking about Rifleman JK shit. I'm talking about bad boys. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Whoa.
I'm a millennial
what
dude.
You do
like
when they come in your ass. So they are coming for your brother. They're coming for your sister. They're coming for your mama, and they're coming for your dada. Okay, play it.
Back up, do yup. That's gonna be addressed. That's nice to know. Alright, we're good. Yep. This John, store manager?
Yep.
I got his point of contact information for dispatch. I told him just to hang around over here in case the chief needs something from him.
Yep.
Your guys' street department in today?
Should be.
Have them bring up some barricades and just close it off out of entrance. Yeah, leave this down.
Let's go, buddy. What the f*** is his deal? Which one? Where is mine? You see that? I made a hydrant.
It's been a while.
You're getting the friggin' garbage tracking, man.
Made a hydrant. Does anybody know if they did that?
No, it sounds like they're all yelling on the radio, so the guys out here can't understand what they're saying. Are you gonna need like any more room here for more trucks or anything?
I'm wondering if that truck is still up there.
Yeah.
Trying
trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Can't hear a damn thing in there, can you? Everybody's hollering the mics and you can't hear it. Yeah. What? As far as he knew, yeah.
Fabric.
Yeah. Like fake flowers and stuff, yeah.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's hollering for
I know.
Hey, is it our radio? It's not working. I just wonder, is it good?
I think it's everybody.
Oh.
It might be something
It's yours.
too.
Just yours, dude.
Yeah. It's probably something to do with the building.
Oh, well, entry one's in there. I opened those doors down there. The main entrance ones? Yeah. There's a fire exit against that west-east wall. Okay. If you pop that open, I think that's the closest one to the source of it, yeah.
You want me to try and sink in and look?
You can't do anything. You can't go in the building. Back off, Amy. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get you some camera coverage.
We'll get it. They got it knocked down. Worst case scenario, there's some dumb kids.
After the fire was contained, police spoke with Sparta Area Fire Chief, who noted that the fire seemed sus and requested a review of the security footage.
Sus? What the fuck? Why would you use that word?
Yeah, what the flip? Dude, I can't wait for the part where the cops are like showing up to the house, trying to have a word with the faggot. Okay, play it.
I'd be real curious to see what
I am too. What I got here was the location of it, and Jake said that like something's wrong. Yeah. In the middle of the store.
There's nothing combustible in that alley, that aisle, in that fabric section. As far as anything that would ignite it. I think either somebody put something in there, flipped something in there, so that get it as slow as you can get it.
Yeah, that's our plan. As soon as we can get in that office, we're gonna go look and see what we got.
Gut-tastic, the incredible feeling from.
What the fuck is this?
I hate
I hope there's a dude. Fucking, I hope there's a bomb in that bus, and I hope that bitch gets ran over by a goddamn car.
The surveillance cameras. While reviewing the footage, they observed the suspect igniting the fire before casually walking around to assess the situation. She was later seen standing outside the store among other customers, appearing anxious and uncertain about where to go. Eventually, she made her way to a blue SUV, watching the shitfest unfold before driving off shortly after first responders arrived. A clear image of her face was captured from the security footage. This
Hey,
photo
do you
was
know
then
what train this
forwarded
is?
to another
Looking
officer,
at boy, what the fuck is that?
It's like one of the Russian rape hats that soldiers wore, where they were like, raping
Dude, this
little girls
bitch
and
is
grandmas.
like trying to be like, I think that being a communist soldier is so edgy and cool.
Yeah, no. Like, the fucking
That's so
Japanese
fucking
have nothing on the
cringe,
commies, on the Soviets.
Dude, like, just because like she's a little bit of Latvian, little bit of post-Soviet shit in your ethnicity pool, like it doesn't mean that you have to be this like obsessed over the fact that you want to be like part of the Soviet Union fucking militia with that hat. Like, the fuck? That's so gay. Okay, but like play it.
Yeah. I mean, I got a similar hat to that, but...
Yeah, same here, but
I
like,
mean,
I don't wear that shit in public. Like,
no, I wear that shit when it's...
I just have that as a collection.
I wear that shit when it's fucking cold.
I mean, I'll wear it too if I'm like wearing a coat, but like she wearing a goddamn hoodie, like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Like,
yeah, what a fucking poor faggot.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Can't wear proper clothes, dude.
Oh, she's underage.
She looking like a fucking band kid, non-binary they them bitch, like. I love band class.
Yeah, and she's, totally the kind of chick that would let me put my shining finger into her rose bits as she's playing like the fucking, trombone or some shit like that. Like, nah, for real. I mean, I bonded with some chick over G Gundam, and she wanted me to show her my shining finger. She cucked me for some dude, and then she... Yeah, no shit. Like, how the fuck was that, like, shit not censored? Like, that sounds like some shit that Beavis and Butthead would giggle at.
Oh, yeah.
You said shining finger. You said rose, bitch.
No, dumbass. No, dumbass.
You wanna, like, getting a giant robot? No. Shut up or I'll shove my shining fist up your butt, Beavis.
Come to Butthead.
Emma Smith using a school ID photo.
There's a fire.
Dude, she looks fucking scarred, dude. Her like eyes
That
are
one hurry.
Like I said, this person seems like they're acting off.
Looks back. There's smoke right there.
Look, there's smoke.
It almost looks like they're wearing like one of those bomber hats.
I love how they fucking confuse him for he. Also, if I start referencing any kind of giant robot anime, do not give me the keys to a vehicle.
Are they like,
They're autistic. I mean, of course they look non-binary. I mean, just shave one of those fucking faggots, give them that non-binary fucking Skrillex-ass haircut, and you won't be able to... Of course they think they're not male or female. You won't be able to tell the difference between a shaved dude and a woman either, like that.
Because her haircut is for fucking faggots.
Exactly. I'm glad there's nobody watching right now. Like, for real, dude. No pressure. I'm gonna go take...
Looking at us.
I am gonna go take a piss, so if you'd like to watch this and provide some commentary for the next minute, please do so.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's him right there. Right there. Yep, yeah. He's backing up just a little bit. See right here by this guy.
Subscribe to Samus.
Yep, there he is.
Full content.
It looked like he had his phone out, like he was taking a video or something. Yeah, could have been. See if Erickson can reach out to some of his shithead kids and check their Snapchat feed.
Yep, right there.
That's an oh shit look if I've ever seen one.
You ain't kidding.
Ooh! Oh boy! What did I do?
Definitely looks like a female.
It's a female. Probably should refer this to the school resource office. Got a video of it from inside. Really? Who is it? Oh, that's way after. Holy balls. Emma Smith from Street.
Total box right now is just over 7.6 million. I mean, it's going to be a total loss. I don't know what's going to be saved. Like for sure, all of the apparel's gone, right?
Yep.
That's gone.
Any of the food sitting out is toast.
Is gone. Anything where sprinklers hit is gone.
So rough estimate right now, we're 7.6 mil.
Yep. Rough. The value in the box currently.
Fire chief, he sounds like he might be contacting DCI, so we might have to secure the building and tape it off for a crime scene. So I'm going to be letting you know in a couple minutes.
Imagine multiple threads becoming one. A single, non-linear digital thread.
This ad is sponsored by Steam. No, wait, no.
All the time.
A digital thread.
Faster.
Sponsored by...
Fucking hell! I hate all these ads!
Shutting the building down. Nobody's going anywhere till DCI gets here.
I take a piss and I'm fucking bombarded by ads? This is gay!
Well, that's what happens when you live in a capitalistic world.
Okay, yeah, it's better than the...
And saw the same blue...
Alright. It is better than the fucking alternative. But it's kind of like saying that as far as like economic systems goes, Winston Churchill once said that democracy is the worst form of government except for all others that have been tried. And I will say that capitalism is the worst economic system except for all others that have been tried.
We need traditional economy.
Yeah.
We need to bring back traditional.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go that far. Understand what I'm saying. I am in favor of capitalism because no other economic system can best compensate for human tendencies.
Right.
Like, think about it. What are our closest relatives in nature?
A gorilla.
No, but you're warm.
A chimpanzee.
Yes. And
I was about to say an orangutan, but all right.
What can you say about chimpanzees, Doink?
They are fucking like strong and extremely dangerous.
Okay. What else are they aside from rip your balls off while smiling? Yes, hairy. But are there any other characteristics of chimpanzees we share with them?
They like bananas.
They're very smart.
Okay.
Relative to other animals, yeah. I think only elephants and like whales and dolphins are smarter than chimps.
I mean,
like they're probably the smartest things in fucking Africa.
And crows.
Yeah. Nah, not
actually
even
has
crows.
the same mental
crows.
capacity as a 9-year-old. Actually, if you think about it, like it's pretty surprising.
Yeah, but how many 9-year-olds can rip your balls off with a smirk on their face?
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's roll.
SUV from the security footage parked outside.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Is Emma home?
Oh, what
Sergeant
a beautiful Christmas.
Well, it's a day after Christmas.
We will sit on top about it. We'd like to have her down here as well, so.
Fire?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna eat a little more alcohol for this. I'll be back.
Dude, her mom is already fucking her up, dude. She said, what? Did she start a fire? Already fucked it up, dude. She got no chance to defend herself. Oh no. The fuck?
And I am back. Just a moment. Let's talk
Welcome
about
back.
this little Beavis bitch. Or the woman that would just be perfect for Beavis. Because you like starting fires too?
Come to Butthead.
Fuck you, Butthead! This is mine! I want to start some...
for my butthole.
No, shut up! I want to start fires with this
Hi,
bitch.
Julio. Hi, Julio.
I want to start fires with this woman. Shut up, Butthead! I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna light a firecracker up your butt.
Oh, shut up, you butt muncher.
Got it. She told me she was there
Okay.
shopping.
Okay. If she can come down, we'd like to talk to her.
She the one that started it?
Dude, the tea is
she's a
steeping.
Possibility, yeah.
Dude, get that
As
tea
Emma
out of the
came
fucking
downstairs
stove,
to see who was
bitch.
there, she likely realized she was in deep.
Well,
Yeah, she was.
forget the tea on this. Forget the tea in the kettle. We're about to see some real tea.
Shit.
Oh yeah, have that spill on my legs and I'll
Can you
fucking
come down and
scream.
chat with
Like,
us for a second?
almighty.
Like, look at her. She walks down the stairs like an
I'm
autist.
Detective
That's
Brady.
how, like, you and I go down the stairs.
Dude, she sat like for fucking
Okay. Where'd you go to?
She's like-
NBC-ish, like
She's like overly formal.
quickly
That's like
sat.
she's fucking
Yeah,
autistic.
she's so stiff. Like she sat so fucking stiff. Like oh
need
my
to-
god. The fucking discomfort from her. Like oh my god.
I need to be normal.
Oh, I'm just gonna try to act all casual. I'm acting all stiff like a fucking a stick figure. Fuck.
Me. No. I need to pretend to be normal.
Walmart for
But he's trying to sound like a black, chaotic African tribal
Did you
man.
go with anybody? No?
I don't know.
You seem a little nervous. What's
Dude,
going on?
look what she said. Like, okay, I'm here to order.
She actually did come from her panic.
What scared you?
Look what she ordered. Look.
I know.
Where were you at when you saw it?
I was walking, I was ready to go check out, and I was in the ladies' bra section, and then someone was saying, oh, there's a fire. And then I saw it, it started reaching the ceiling, and then I said, everyone move away, fire, fire, fire. I have a video if you want to see.
Okay. Well, Walmart has a lot of video cameras there.
Wow.
Yeah, she's very smart.
A lot of them. That pretty much cover the entire store.
She realizes she's fucked.
Shit, she retarded.
So did you get your oatmeal in mail?
She get
I got 'em from
oatmeal and
Hanson
mayo, dude. Like,
instead.
So why were you
it's a
over in
very
Ross if you
suspicious
went to
selection.
get oatmeal and mayo?
Because when I was going to check out in
Did you
the
have oatmeal
self-checkout,
and mayo in your hands?
What a fucking
and then I set it down
retarded
right
bitch.
where
I mean, she
the
might be
refrigerator was
autistic, dude.
in the self-checkout aisle.
Dude,
There was one where it's not in there. But it's
Even
like
if I was
right
the same
outside of it,
age as her,
and
I
put it
wouldn't
there,
be
and
doing
then I
that.
walked
That's
out.
the fucking stupidest thing to do. That's fucking dumb.
When you were,
I bet Rufferman Jay
why
would
were you
do
going
it
through,
for
like, the bra
the
section with
for
the bras
some
and stuff?
attention. I bet.
I always
Maybe
take a
wife
short
manja,
and
wow
plus
manja.
Yo, like, let me just show us the video.
got some for me,
I wonder what video he was trying to show us, though.
Literally show us the video.
But he didn't, because he's a fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Were
his
you anywhere
feelings
else
got
in the store?
butthurt.
Uh-huh.
Where would that have been?
I was looking
Uh-huh.
at art bags in the art supply section.
Okay. What else was in that aisle?
What do you mean?
What other items were in the aisle that you were in?
Markers, sticky notes. It was just typical art stuff.
Yeah, maybe RFK is right. This whole
other
shit is
aisles?
an epidemic.
I was in that aisle where it happened, but
What aisle was that?
Again, this is probably one of those, like, quote-unquote rare women that suffer from autism. I don't think it's all that rare.
Dude, her excuses are so fucking bad. Like, it's just all the way from the start. It's like, yep, that bitch is lying.
Yeah, I don't care how autistic you are. Like, I know you're shit at lying, but I didn't think you were
It
this
just
shit.
instantly prove it. Yeah, it just instantly proves it. Like, at the moment she sat down, like, yep.
Yep, like, just even the way she's sitting screams, I'm autistic, I'm autistic, I'm autistic.
It's like, yeah, like, why the stiff arms? Like, you're not a fucking robot. Like,
I mean, maybe, let's be fair. We're both biological androids on some level. I'm not just drunk.
We
This
are
is-
gonna.
This is
be
no. I'm
turned
not
into
talking about
robots
people.
and eat
I'm talking about
bugs.
people with the Asperger's, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think autistic people are like aliens from another galaxy, from the Monkey Way galaxy, and I think we should annihilate these aliens, because
Well, dude, that's a little.
extra
Don't you think
intellect.
that's a little friendly fire?
No.
Well, you're one of those aliens.
No.
I'm an alien.
Yeah, I'm gonna kidnap you. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
don't
kill
probe
you.
my butt.
that was the art section where the paints and stuff were.
Okay.
Paints, or
Because
like
I
put on
saw
some
it
pants.
when
How
I
would
turned-
you be able
I saw some gasoline. I saw some inflammatory objects and a bunch of lighters.
This side, not the other side by the clothes.
Wouldn't like
It was
start a
near
fire?
Where you would find home stuff.
I'm at the
I was looking at the
lighter
art section,
section,
and then I
the
was gonna walk
lighter
away,
fluid section.
And then I went in the fabric section to the socks and the bras, and then that's when someone said, "Oh my God, look, there's a fire!" And that's
Because
when
I
turned
started it.
around, and
Oh.
I made the stupid
Yeah.
decision to just stay and videotape it instead of leaving, and I watched
Well, why
it
did you stay?
over multiple times.
Bro, she was like alone in that aisle, bro. Like, no one is gonna believe her.
Especially when there's video everywhere.
Did you see anybody else? In
Yeah,
the
like,
section where
I'm
fabrics
gonna
were and
tell you
stuff
my
like that?
side. Please
No,
believe
nobody
me.
else was in there?
There was an old lady,
Mm.
I think, with her family, and they were near it, and then this other person that I was standing near was saying, "Everyone move from the area," and then I started shouting that too, and you can see it in the video.
Do you have the video?
At least she's persistent, trying to like keep her
Can I come
story
with you?
straight when
She's on camera walking
repeating
out of the aisle
the shit,
moments before.
but still,
fire
it's like
starts.
ass low effort.
Not that we can see. And nobody exits the aisle from either side.
You gotta love how even the cop is just saying, by the standards of basic evidence, your daughter's full of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And her demeanor coming in and leaving are very different.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell she's got the tism.
That's me shouting that.
There was nobody else in the aisle with the fabrics and stuff when you were down there except for an old lady?
And her family, I would presume. And then that's when everyone started walking out the door. And I followed with that.
Okay. So, do you remember where you were right before people started saying there was a fire?
I was walking where those home items were.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking out of that aisle after I was done looking at beads and stuff.
Okay.
Beads.
And then that's when I went to go look at the art bags in the other section. And then I walked out, went near this other old lady who was shopping, and then, you know, I was wearing my hat, so I don't know if I missed it or something, but I was walking in the fabric area, and then I felt like some kind of heat a little bit, and that's when I went to the bra section. But no one else was around me. Everyone was just shopping and everything.
And you felt heat? How long after you left that aisle?
Just like a split second, and then
Why is that?
that's when I saw all the smoke and everything. And when
But no one else was in the aisle, and then you...
I love how they just did the whole cornering shit from like Phoenix right there. No, I did not. I started my stream before all of that.
You felt the heat? So I think it's time for you to be honest with us at this point.
What do you mean?
Okay.
So, Emma, there's the footage shows you leave the aisle where the fire started, moments before the smoke starts rising up from the shelf, and your behavior when you walk out of that aisle, you're obviously paying attention to what's happening down there. You can see your head turning and like looking down there several times.
Because I'm usually paranoid about people following me.
Okay.
I do have moments where I get overly paranoid and it makes me act erratically, and she can back that up. And I'm sorry.
I can understand that, and I'm not saying that you're this bad person who's trying to hurt anyone or anything like that. But the footage shows you coming out of where that fire started.
I
And
know,
you're the
but
only one there.
And as soon as you leave,
And it's like, this is where the cops basically demonstrate to her that, why, yes, you are full of shit.
we follow you all the way through the store, and I mean you're trying to cover your face when you're walking out of the door.
no, I was in panic doing this.
Okay.
What did you start it with?
I didn't have anything. You can check my whole room, my whole body, person, everything. I don't have anything.
I'm not asking you if you have anything. I'm asking you what you started it with.
I didn't start it with anything.
We need you to be honest. Okay? There's lots of footage. You're clearly in a panic right now. So what did you start?
The state crime inspectors are coming to check the fire, and they're going to be able to tell us exactly how it happened. Like, not like it maybe happened this way or it maybe happened that way.
I'm thinking about seeing in Dunk Zone like pretty soon. I'm thinking about re-seeing it in my server.
Alright, that's fine, dude. Take care, my man.
No, I'm not.
I know,
now,
but I'm just saying, you know. Like,
I don't want
Okay.
I want you to tell me where it's at.
Alright, buddy.
Please tell me.
I'll just say
stick
goodbye
ar-
whenever.
Alright, stick around however long you want.
That's the.
We're good.
Yeah. I'm just asking Kane. I'm just saying.
Oh, there it is. She just confessed it. She just confessed. Oh, I didn't take my meds.
Okay.
Wow, that was easy. No, I did it because I have autism. it's gonna be using that excuse like shit. I did it because I have autism.
I'm gonna walk you over there, and I want you to show me where it's at. Okay, I don't want you to touch it. Okay, so let's go grab it. Don't touch it. Just show me where it's at. Which one is it?
Green.
The green one.
Like, yes, no shit. You're gonna get arrested.
Come back over here. We're not-
What a retard!
So what did you start?
5,000.
What did you start on fire? What did you light?
I lit one of the leaves of the fake plants. I really didn't mean to.
What do you I do not. I do not.
Because I wasn't thinking about. I wasn't. I have autism. Happened at the end. I didn't even think about that. I feel really guilty. But
So,
I
help
really
me
don't
out.
I have
want to
autism, you guys. Please believe me. Boo hoo.
I know. That's
no.
what the situation. No, I do.
No, I do. No, I got this advice on TikTok. I did it for a TikTok challenge. I'm a fucking.
You're not going to.
I'm a
Bitch ass
fucking
faggot.
retard.
Emma.
Boo-hoo, I did it for amino points.
Let's start with that. Just take some breaths.
There's some gay shit like that.
Why you did that.
Fuck out of here.
I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I just.
Do you like fire or what?
I do it because it made me
I
feel
do.
cool. I don't have attention.
Just. I couldn't help myself. I mean, I could.
What a big
I don't
smarty.
know.
What a
I
big
just
smarty
wasn't
pants.
thinking straight.
Yeah.
and
Hello,
So
Toya.
What did you want the outcome to be?
I thought it would just
Holy
die out.
Did you
I swear.
did you see it start
Die
to burn
out?
more than
What
you
the fuck does
expected?
she
and
mean
is
by
that when
that?
you walked away from it?
I started to panic and I felt really bad.
Have you ever had
Stupid
other fires,
bitch.
like controlled ones before?
Just in my own room.
Hey.
But
Okay.
I swear, I don't know.
What do you burn in your room sometimes?
Marijuana.
Just pieces of paper?
Up in your room?
Not often, but just my intention was to just go to Walmart and get the oatmeal and mayonnaise and just walk out. But I got distracted because I wanted to, get a container of some sort in the beads aisle. But then when I was searching around my pocket to see, just to ask my mom something, that's when I felt the lighter and I did
So
all
why-
that was just
Why did
blurred
you
out
have
of it.
do you smoke? Do
I
you smoke cigarettes or why did
no,
you have?
no.
Where did this green lighter come from?
It was in my room already for months on end already, and when I put on my pants, it was already in there because I probably forgot it in the dryer. And I was
And then I started flicking.
washing my pants. I don't know why I carry it, but
You're gonna
it's
use that
not
flicking to
cigarettes,
ignite
but
that
I used
weed.
to smoke weed.
Get that
but
thing up and
that
running,
stopped
boy.
too.
Oh, she already said she smoked weed. Let's read.
Oh, really? Wait, no fucking way.
But
Oh.
I used to smoke weed, but that stopped too.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Just CBD. I was going taking CBD.
When
I was
driving
taking
home,
Delta
I was
6.
shaking, and that's when I realized.
She was taking Delta 7 like a fucking pussy.
Yeah, smoke some real
Fucking
marijuana.
Just so I have.
I was doing CBD oil, 90% CBD.
For what reason? Just explain for
I
what
didn't
reason.
have a reason. I can't think of any.
0.01 THC.
Okay.
And I swear I didn't mean to, but
That's not gonna change it.
Nope. And she's
So,
shaking
You left
like a
and
spur.
you came back here.
Ugh, what a fucking idiot. What a
I came
dumbass.
right back here. But I went to Quick Trip first because I was
So
going to
I
get
will
gas,
say
but
I
didn't
might
park
play a
at the
video by a
gas
certain
station,
Darren
and I just
Hipster
wanted
after
to
this
go
is
home
done
because
Which
about
did you go
demonstrating
to?
what a level 2
I don't
autist
even
is like.
remember doing it, but I know I did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I don't know why.
Would you like
I
to
don't
stick
have a
around for
reason.
that?
I don't.
Oh,
have
but
motive or anything.
actually,
I didn't
no.
wanna hurt anyone.
Okay, hold
I
on.
didn't wanna get
In fact,
trouble,
you're actually
but
in
I
the
did
same
anyway.
server as him, so like, try to not. Actually, don't.
So did you go into the store?
Maybe
Quick Trip?
join
Did
in
you
a
try to start something
different
like
account, I guess.
I went
No,
in
no,
the Quick Trip. I went to the bathroom.
a name of that server. I guess.
Well, I'm not going to reference him by name. I'm just going to say this is a level 2 spurg.
I will pay any amount of money to get rid of this, please.
But
I
they'll
don't want
probably recognize your name and.
Did you?
He
Which
won't.
direction did
He's
you
too
come in
stupid.
at? Because you're part.
No, I'm like.
really
I know that they have autism and they scream at their parents, but they are not that retarded. Samus. Like, I mean, they at least gonna
show any
at least
example of
function
Darren
a
Hipster
little bit.
burning the fuck out like a retard.
I mean, either way, the drama is already dead, but like, he's still around. Surprisingly, after like all the shit he has done online, like being a pedophile. But yeah.
I really didn't mean it.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going through my mind.
Hmm.
So bad.
Oh no, feel sorry for me.
Okay.
I'm so
It's
glad
nobody
I
got
didn't hurt
hurt.
anyone.
Nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. It's
Nobody
just
got
that.
hurt.
Okay.
I will pay all the damages. I don't care how.
You're not gonna have enough to pay those damages.
No, you're not.
What is
am I
going
gonna
on,
do?
Toya?
Wait, what's gonna happen?
Oh, the stuff is
autism.
It's just stuff. Okay, you'll never have enough to pay to replace that
Pure
stuff. but
fucking
it's Walmart.
poop and
They have
penis or
insurance
something.
for taking care of
Poop
that.
and piss, all combined.
No, you're right. Nobody got hurt.
God, I feel so.
She set a supermarket on fire.
And she said she got caught.
First, she was making excuses like, "Oh, I was trying to buy oatmeal and
When I
mayonnaise,
saw it spreading, I wanted
and I saw the fire, and I was like, everyone out." But like, after she was questioned a bunch of times, she finally admitted that she did it, and she's like saying, "I'm sorry."
Where on the shelf was the leaf that you lit? Was it like
You
waist
know.
level? Was it down lower?
It was waist level.
About waist high.
Autism.
I didn't want that to happen. Period. Now that I just don't.
So how quickly did it get big?
Really fast, like
Okay.
less than a minute.
Yeah. How long did you stand there for and watch it?
I was frozen in place in that bra section for a split second, and then,
Could you see it? Could you see the fire from the bra section?
all I saw was just the top of it from the shelf to the ceiling.
Okay, so you could see it going over the top of the shelf. How long did you stay in the aisle once you lit the leaf?
I looked at it for a split second, and then when I walked away, that's when I finally realized, and that's why I acted fidgety in the video, because I wanted to turn back and put it out, but I was freaking out because I didn't want to get hurt. I burned myself before, and it hurts, but I also... God, can I please still go to school?
No, yeah, you will in jail.
What do you mean at some point? What's gonna happen?
You're
I'm
going to
gonna
jail,
go to juvie.
bitch.
Oh no, I'm going to juvie.
I'll be coming with you, so just go slow.
I swear.
I think she's gonna get a better lawyer. I bet. Like,
So at the age of 17,
she's gonna have to get a good one, a good lawyer. Fuck, dude. That's a serious case of arson.
You're 17, okay?
Arson.
Right?
Arson tree.
You're gonna be okay. You have a long life to live. You're gonna be okay.
It'll ultimately be up to the courts if they want to proceed
Oh, she
with
already has
this.
the record.
Okay.
For
If they want to
other
proceed
minors.
with this.
You're gonna be fine. You made a big mistake,
I did.
but luckily that's a
One
big
that's
company
worth
that can handle.
$7.6 billion.
But you're gonna there's
call,
definitely gonna be some consequences for it. Okay? Do you have any weapons up here? Don't.
I'm sorry.
What do you have? What's that?
Just the blade. That
No, wait,
I
actually,
use
hold on.
sometimes.
Just
I can
don't
get
touch
him,
it.
like,
Fine.
in
Let's throw on some sweatpants and some
this
socks.
call. Hold on.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh God.
Kane.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. Do you have a body cam?
Yes, I do.
Oh Jesus Christ. This is so amazing.
Hey, Keen.
No.
We're watching
Hey, bro,
Autism
I was
in
about to ask you to join here, but
Oh God.
Yeah, just don't.
Instead,
Yeah, I saw you
That's
came
not
in
what
here.
you need to be focusing on.
yeah.
Just
Dude,
got in trouble for
the push to talk mode in this call is enabled, so I have to have that shit enabled, unfortunately. I don't know why, but... Do you have to do the same too, Kane? Like, are you in? Or no?
Holy shit.
What do I have to do?
Push to talk.
No.
No, it's cause like, I have to do that in order to talk, dude. If I don't have that enabled, then I'm like...
I'll take a look at everything.
Yeah, just check the permissions.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Xbox, so like, probably doesn't work there.
After all this.
But yeah, Binks is finally gone, but
I'm glad.
Yeah, what happened to Utopia?
dude, it was just really annoying shit. But honestly, Binks is probably gonna come back with a different account.
Dude, like, it was going to my DMs and he was saying like, any servers, and I sent him that SpongeBob gif. And I said, no, nigga, why? And then he said, I got rage banned
not that you
in
understand,
Putopia.
but
I got rage
No, I don't
banned
think
or
it's-
something.
I don't think you
He
did this
said.
because you're a bad person or you wanted to hurt
Dude, it's
anybody.
well deserved. I'm sick of this shit.
They rage banned me. Lol, rage banned me.
I understand.
That's so gay.
So here's how it's gonna look in there, okay? You're gonna be by yourself. And we'll put you in like a big cell with a bunch of people,
My beautiful
okay?
bit of
So
poop.
we'll get you kind of changed out and everything like that.
So what's going on right now in the stream?
You'll be in.
We are watching Autism in Action. We just watched RFK Jr.
And then Kane, I'm sorry for interrupting, but like Kane, and then Bank sent me this afterwards.
What?
So fucking cringe.
some anime shit.
Of course it's anime shit. Why wouldn't it be?
Dude, like, turn it to good into our ass fucking pedophile.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before I cut all my ties with him.
Yeah, just fucking dox his location.
No.
I mean, I have his full. I know his full
I'll fucking
name
see.
actually.
Yeah, but not on this stream.
Well, yeah.
I'm kidding. No. Yeah, I know that.
He doesn't even know your YouTube channel, Samus.
Good. Let's keep watching.
And you'll go see the judge tomorrow, okay?
Excellent. Continue on with the video.
Oh God.
Do you have anything in your pockets at all? Okay, I'm just gonna search real quick.
If I could, I would give you a hug and apologize, but obviously
I
that's bad.
appreciate that, Emma.
I
I understand what you're saying. I get
Okay, basically a non-binary bitch set a fucking supermarket on fire, and then she tried to make excuses that I bought oatmeal.
Hold on, they're wanting me back in Putopia. Real
No,
quick.
they're not.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. She set fire to a Walmart, and about $7.5 million of merch was done.
Yeah, you gotta go to the worst place in the planet.
Yep.
Oh, I can't believe I got banned.
Okay.
So gay.
Do I have permission to look
It
through
is,
it?
but
Yeah.
don't worry. The guy that got you banned will probably get banned soon
Oh,
enough
absolutely not.
himself.
We'd never do that.
Is it okay if you?
Who? I don't know who got him banned.
If that's allowed.
You know, probably some
Do you
faggot.
have any tissues? If not, that's okay. By the way, I gotta say you are quite attractive. Sorry, that other guy is too.
Oh, good lord! What the fuck?
Wait, what?
She just
Wait,
said
what?
the cops that arrested her were attractive.
Oh wait, what? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Pardon me.
Let's rewind that a little bit, just a moment, shall
Oh,
we?
please do. It's 'cause I was not paying attention. I was like in disbelief. Like the fuck.
And go.
If not, that's okay. By the way, I gotta say you are quite attractive. Sorry.
Oh my god, dude, stop it. That's, dude, the lack of social cues just fucking cringes me. Like, it turns me like from a grape to a fucking raisin. That's how much I'm cringed. That's how much I'm like this cringed, man.
Yeah, she wants some fucking dude to burst his
You are
machine
quite
gun.
dude, the way she said it, you are quite attractive. Like, what the fuck? You are
Yeah,
quite
it's like she wants
attractive.
some cop to go bursting machine
Oh,
gun.
no. Please
Come right into her
replay it one
fucking-
last time. Please replay it one last time. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Right,
Hold on.
right there.
You
Oh,
don't
that's so
have any
fucking
tissue. Oh, I thought you said issues. I thought you was gonna say autism.
Happen to have any tissues? If not, that's okay. By the way, I gotta say you are quite attractive. Sorry, that other guy is too. Sorry. Oh my.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. I'm done.
God,
I
this is what I
hope.
mean. I don't think before doing anything.
I've had a lot weirder stuff said to me from people.
Toya said I'm going to tell him.
Hey, Sparta with one.
Tell who? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Tell the cop. Fuck if I know. Whoever he is.
I'm gonna tell that police officer.
Yeah, that this autistic bitch wants to fuck him. Come on. Like whenever. I mean, let's see. This was in 2023. Okay. Yeah, send her my way. Yeah.
Yeah, I quite attractive.
I'll attend to her.
No.
This is 2023, dude.
You're gonna go
It's
where
fine.
the blue square is, and then just have a seat there, okay? Just breathe, Emma. There's nothing in here. It's gonna get to you.
Oh yeah, I mean she's 19 now. Yeah.
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 Given that the incident could potentially rank among one of the biggest shit shows in history, Emma was charged with felony counts of arson of property, first-degree
What a
recklessly
faggot.
endangering safety, criminal damage to property,
I was just getting
misdemeanor
oatmeal and
disorderly
mayo.
conduct, and she was released a few days
Yeah,
later
right,
on a
bitch.
$5,000 cash bond. Almost a year later, Emma pleaded guilty.
$5,000? Okay, that's
while the
not
remaining
bad.
charges were dismissed, but
But is she gonna pay for the damages? No.
We're gonna wait for that. But if you said $5,000 cash bond, that meant that her actual bond was $50,000. Quite a bit for someone who's only 17.
According to the
At
AP
the time.
store manager, the smoke and fire damage resulted in
Toya said,
approximately
"Flate your way out."
$20,000 in building repairs, around $2 million
Toya,
in
I'm a
cleanup
fucking
costs,
degenerate.
and roughly $8 million.
Okay? I'm
adjective.
a complete fucking degenerate. Okay, I'm streaming on a Friday night. Like, that should just be a given. Okay? Okay.
$1 million in merchandise losses. Ultimately, Emma was sentenced to
8,000? What
with
the
following
fuck?
conditions. Served
What a
60 days in
fucking
jail
faggot! 8 years? Okay, that's cool.
$636,000.
No.
Oh, she's not gonna get the bond.
2 months in probation and pay 8.6.
60 days in jail? Okay. That's not
2 months. Yeah.
$1,797 in
I hope it
restitution.
says 8 years
However,
in jail.
if
I
Emma
would be
plays her
so
cards
happy.
right on
but
probation, she will
apparently
only
not.
be required to pay $1 million
Probation.
in
That's so
restitution
fucking lame.
by December 2034.
Well, where's she gonna get $1 million from? I don't know. Probably from some desperate spurg if she put herself
Israel.
on OnlyFeed. I mean OnlyFans.
Probably from Israel.
Yeah, that's where the OnlyFeet comes from.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yep.
This is where he's put his head to the wall, and this is where he stood and kicked it.
Yeah, we're talking about someone on the level of fucking Travis the Chimp.
Calm down. Look, look, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, just a mo. All right, let's play this shit, dude.
This is where he's put his head through the wall, head through the wall. This is where he stood and kicked it.
Dude, he just got that shit stain on his fucking shirt. Hey, I had spaghetti today. Spaghetti is my favorite snack. Yeah. Oh, strong boy. Damn, what a strong boy. He sounds
He's
like
6'2"
a
and he weighs 252 pounds.
You know?
All right, 6'2", 252. That is the average size, I believe, of an NFL middle linebacker. So, imagine being a middle-aged, verging on elderly woman, having to contain somebody who is the size, again, of an NFL middle linebacker with a brain that is barely able to comprehend Blue's Clues.
That would be Dan Sobel.
No,
wait,
I
can't
didn't-
comprehend.
I said barely comprehend.
Barely comprehend. Okay. Yep, that's that guy.
Yeah.
He don't know anything about Santa Claus coming to town. through the
Yeah,
TV.
all he knows is that he probably just wants to fuck the snow miser in the butt.
Yeah, he's just like spurging out on his bed.
Whatever.
You can go through this house and just wipe everything out, probably in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You know, I've had him turn furniture over. Well, you see all the windows and stuff. You know, the air conditioner back in the bedroom, he'll sit and punch that till it's in pieces. You know, in other words, if it breaks anymore, it's kind of like it's material. It can be replaced. I don't even let it bother me. But the destruction is just unbelievable. What are you so mad about?
Dude, he's like, man, it's so
What are you
cold.
so mad
Just turn up the thermostat, Mom.
Holy fucking shit! Look at the middle of the screen. Like he's about, I guess it's like Allah Akbar with a 40 IQ. Holy shit, look, like he's punched through the fucking insulation. Did he eat that shit?
Why the fuck is he going? Dude, he's not cold, dude.
Like, look at him. Look at him. I mean, he's got the fucking neck beard. He's clearly Muslim.
Dude, she looks like... Dude, the fucking guy looks like a caveman, dude.
He looks like a retarded JonTron.
Dude, he got that big gut, dude. But his t-shirt is, like... too small for
Damn,
him,
I'm
dude.
watching you stream. What does that make me? Damn. I don't know, Toya. It makes you someone who is... I'm proud to have you in my audience. That's what it makes you.
Yeah.
And you can shill your wrestling stuff whenever you want. That's what it said. That's what that means.
Yeah.
And it goes with anyone else who would like to shill who is in my server. Go ahead. Post in shill and tell. All you want.
But, like...
you, Doink,
Look at the
even.
wall, dude. Okay, buddy, but, like, look at the wall, dude.
Motherfucker, what was I just saying a minute ago?
Look at the wall.
I know, it's fucking insane.
Oh my god, I legit forgot like 5 minutes ago.
I know you're a zoomer
Okay,
and your attention span. I'm sorry for the generational condescendence, but holy
But I was doing my goddamn essay, dude.
Oh, okay, well that explains a lot then.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Calm down. Look, you got Santa Claus is coming to town.
Of all the food
You got Santa Claus is coming to town. Don't do that. Owie. Owie. He's part of the family, and you hate to give up on your child as a lost cause. But I've come to the conclusion now that the best thing would be to place him somewhere where they can control him and they're not going to hurt him. I'm afraid, though, if I do leave him at home, it'll be like that man that they
Let her talk, you
one of
fucking
those,
impolite bitch.
I know.
Dude, he sounds like a fucking native Indian, like, hold on.
I know. I mean, speaking of native Indians, I mean, apparently Elizabeth Warren has some commentary on it, and I got a special song, or should I say, chant, in reference to what she's saying. I'm a Chiefs fan. That's your hint.
Times or centers last weekend that got out of control and they tased him and he died of a heart attack. Yeah, you understand what's going through my head, why I'm not opposed to taking him and placing him somewhere, because this can't go on and other people cannot control him like me.
If you ask me, still in serious trouble. What's the problem?
Am I the only one that sees some similarities between this individual, this mother, and Travis the chimp?
Oh yeah. He could like kill his mom by now, like.
Again, she just said 6'2", 250 pounds. Again, that's like the size of Brian Urlacher, which...
Oh, yeah.
And again, as I said, an NFL linebacker. Like, and she's a elderly lady.
If the grown-ass kid started taking Xanax, he's gonna start hallucinating.
Yeah, no, God help her if she puts it...
mom.
God forbid if she puts an Elmo doll in front of her face. And dyes her hair.
Oh my god.
What's the problem? I'll tell you what the problem is. Driving.
Oh, owie.
And we're gonna see if
You watch a movie?
Spurgs. Toya, yeah, special. Yep, everybody is, but not to this extent. Well, hold on just a moment. I suppose we're gonna see something along. Just a moment.
Oh no, I know what this is.
Applebee's today.
Applebee's.
You can have hot dog, pancakes, or pizza. Applebee's? No, we can go to Applebee's on Wednesday.
I put Cool Man here, but Cool Man is on a higher level than this guy.
Applebee's restaurant, Wednesday.
Like, okay, I know I kind of joke about Cool Man being retarded, but legit, Cool Man is like level 2, bordering on level 1 of autism. That's how fucked autism is. by the way. And I say borderline level 1 because he can apparently operate OBS.
Yeah.
So, but he's in a group home. So, low level 1, high level 2 is what I'd say about Cool Man.
Yeah.
This is a level 3. And very much like in level 1 is like your high level 1 is Elon Musk. Mid is like Chris Chan. Low level 1 would be Cool Man. This is a level 3. Basically, this woman had Travis the Chimp's soul reincarnated in this child.
Dude, this kid is gonna kill him one day, dude. Her kid is gonna kill her one day.
Oh yeah.
Today, hot dogs, pancakes, or pizza.
Do you? Oh
What? Which one do you want?
no!
No.
No! No! Mm-mm.
Are you?
Oh no!
Okay. Are you hungry or bored?
Why is he saying that?
No!
Oh no!
Because that's the only word he knows, apparently, or only
Oh,
one of the few.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just so like characteristic. Like, oh no! It's so funny.
It's like a sitcom, but think about this. This woman has to deal with this ticking time bomb for the rest of her, unfortunately, probably short life remaining.
A goddamn fucking Frankenstein of a child, dude.
Like, look at this. I don't think this kid's any older than 11 or 12.
Dude, her kid is fucking Frankenstein. Like
no. Like, I hate to dehumanize this poor child, but take a look at him. There is not a peach fuzz on this kid's face. He's already bigger than her.
Dude, how old is this fucking kid?
Again,
like 20?
As I said, I don't think he's older than 11 or 12. So, and
oh, this kid is like 6 foot.
As you saw probably in the beginning of the video, this fucking kid had his hands around her neck. He was choking her.
I'm gonna tell your mom.
What the fuck do you think is gonna happen when he's like 16 and he's got all this fucking ball juice coursing from the bottom of the soles of his feet up to the tip of his brain? What do you think's gonna happen?
Even worse when he's an adult, dude. Oh my god. A grown-ass dude abusing the fuck out of his old-ass mom. Like,
I know that's Cool Man, but Cool Man can at least say more than no and that, okay?
Applebee's. You can drive to Applebee's. No!
Well, no, he can't drive.
Of course not. He'll be fucking killing pedestrians. Like, no, I have to run away.
Are you hungry? Yes or no? Or do you want to do something fun?
No!
Okay.
Okay.
Food, go for a walk.
Like, imagine, you're given, like, your kid, okay? And this is some other, like, life with severe autism.
Yeah.
Right? And you and I are pretty fortunate, I'd say. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what people say about the speech impediment. You're not you're somebody who I have full confidence you're going to be independent within the next 5 years. You're going to be living on your own apartment. You're going to be working a full-time job. And you're probably going to live in the containment area for relocated Yankees based solely upon your accent.
Yeah, dude.
But here's the thing. Nobody gives a fuck about a speech impediment.
I know that. But continue.
But take a look at something that people might give a fuck about.
Yeah.
And this is why, even if RFK Jr. is a fucking nut job with a brain worm who thinks that vaccines cause autism, despite the fact that, the vast majority of people are vaccinated and a minority of those that are autistic.
Right.
At least somebody's actually trying to take a look and seeing what the fuck's going on. Because for so long, I feel like autism has been treated like the pit bulls of mental disorders. Like, it's a spectrum to me sounds like, it's not the breed, it's the owner, says the wine mom who isn't in any position to, fucking properly discipline a pit bull.
Yeah, is she married or divorced? Like, is she single?
Well, listen, if she's married, then there's a man who's going to make sure, goddamn sure, if he's got any balls himself, to make sure that pit bull understands, I am the boss! You are going to obey me!
Yeah! You tell him, like, convoy. if I you sound like a little fly convoy for a second. What the fuck was that, dude?
Here I go!
Now you listen and take your 5 goddamn seconds!
Darkness finger! You're my wife's butthole!
You show anguish in the pit of my asshole!
Alright, Kumo. Have sex with my wife while I watch, as I am Master Beja, the unemployable of the Southeast!
I am so green and gassy! What the fuck? Okay, continue. What the fuck? Okay.
Right now, there are parents out there somewhere who are placing their 15-year-old severely autistic child into a residential facility because of self-injurious behaviors and violence towards the family. They may feel autism is a tragedy. Right now, there is a mom of a severely autistic adult who has malignant catatonia. Basically, she's just staring at the wall with, veterans of the psychic war playing in the fucking background of her head. She is fighting to get him ECT treatment to save his life. She may feel autism is a tragedy. Right now, there is a severely autistic individual who is smearing fecal matter all over the walls of their bedroom. The parents may feel that autism is a tragedy. Right now, there is a home of a severely autistic individual who has huge holes in the wall, just like the guy we just watched, a TV that has been destroyed, and broken furniture. The parents may feel that autism is a tragedy. If this isn't your experience, then be grateful. But don't judge families who are experiencing this every single day and are exhausted, depressed, and desperate for someone to understand and help. Maybe you feel autism hasn't destroyed your family. That's wonderful. But can you at least acknowledge that other families might feel that it has? We aren't all living the same lives. Some families want to feel heard. If you're one of those families, I want to know that I see you. I hear you. Your feelings are valid. Now, why do you think they might want to see that their feelings are valid? Take a look here. You see this 1995 thing, Doink?
Yeah.
Alright, so I was born in 1990. I was diagnosed with autism at age 3 in 1993, 1994. So I'm right before this here 1 in 1,000 burst. So this is about where shit gets exponential.
So it's just a huge boost of like autism, okay.
So I don't know. I'd like to know what the hell's going on too, you know?
What the fuck's causing it? Is it does it have to do with the American healthcare system? Like, have they been prescribing people with like ADHD or like OCD with like pills or like vaccines?
I'm not going to deny that.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm not going to deny that an expanded diagnostic criteria has contributed to this. Anyone who denies that part is a retard.
Yeah.
But anyone who denies that is not the entirety, that they think that, oh, it's only because we widened the net that we captured every guy who likes to talk about trains a little too much to the head-banging retard who smears their shit all over the walls. That's not the whole of it. And I want to know what that other part is. Because I want to prevent what has happened to me. And I'm one of the fortunate ones, by the way. happening to anyone else. I don't want some kid to struggle with romantic attachment despite however intelligent they may or may not be. I don't want some kid to barely be able to hold down a job despite his gifts. Okay? I want that kid to grow up into an adult, fully functional, fully able to contribute to the American way of life, and fully able to experience the American dream unfettered.
Right.
I'm sorry I'm spurging the fuck out, dude. I'm just...
Nah, man, you're good, bro.
And this is this guy saying, oh, this is my 31-year-old son. Holy fuck. This guy looks like he's almost 50. Okay.
Dude.
All right.
Theocracy is happening.
Like, this guy says he's like fucking...
It's happening
okay, this
soon.
guy says he's 31. I am about to put myself on the cam for a bit. He says he's 31. And I'm going to say right now, I am going to be 35 in a month, within about a couple of hours of my current time zone. You know?
My camera's all blurry.
I gotta say.
To look at golden plated. God.
Oh, he's kinder than any Republican. Fuck you, okay? I don't know if your kid's actually kinder than 80 million people, okay? That's a hell of an odds. Like, that's like better than... That's like worse than being able to, like, do a perfect NCAA... That's like worse than being, you know, the best at bracketology or whatever the hell the NCAA tournament shit is within your entire region of the country. That's the kind of odds we're talking about.
Alex Samus.
Hold on. Just a moment.
Ace Ultra Premium.
Alright, and it's just, I don't know why okay, great. He's not talking about your kid that's actually a contributing member of society. He's talking about the pants shitting level of spurgs, dude. And of course, other people had an answer to that. One of them being this. This is my 31 autistic son, Norman. He's kinder than any Republican. He works every day, pays taxes, spends hours a day learning, helps others, and way smarter than RFK will ever be. And this is where
Hitler, nigga.
All right.
What a base man.
Exactly. Who said retards can't contribute to society? But I gotta say, we have Elizabeth Warren contributing to this conversation. And I think there's a very appropriate song for her. And it's called The Tomahawk Chop. I won't share RFK's lies about autism. It's disgusting and dangerous. If he had a shred of decency, he would apologize and resign. Autistic people contribute every day to our nation's greatness. To every kid with autism. I'm in this fight all the way for you!
What the fuck?
Come on, dude. Like, this is a bitch that lied about being an Indian. Why the hell wouldn't I play the tomahawk chop with this bitch? Like, this would be a good time to play the What Makes the Happy Bee. Yes, thank you, Toya. This would be like a perfect time to play. This is the... And this guy talks about, oh, he's teaching him a piano. Songs by ear. He taught himself to read at 2 years old. He's in 94th percentile for math. There's challenges to be the best thing in my life. There's nothing wrong with him. Fuck you, RFK. Fuck. And the way RFK talks about people with autism is disgusting. Kids never pay taxes. Blah, 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 blah. What a bore. So,
Dude,
I mean, that's...
I support about RFK on, like, food and the ingredients they be using, like, red 7 or whatever the fuck kind of chemical.
Yeah, red dye 40. Yeah, my old roommate was allergic to it, and that's why I'm doing this stream tonight, because she's coming back to visit tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again. I mean, she's gay, so it's not like I'm getting any carnal benefits out of this, but it's just nice to see her again, you know.
I can imagine like eating food in a different country. The quality is gonna be pretty different than America, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's like one of the few things the Europeans legitimately have over us.
I'm going to Italy, so obviously, I can have like some fruit from like trees and all that.
Right. I mean,
dude, my parents been to Spain and they got like some lemons from the lemon tree, and they were fresh as fuck. Like they tasted like something like it was never tasted before. Like it tasted like a good lemon, the good yellow lemon.
well, I'm glad that you got to experience that, Doink.
No, just only my parents. I was just home alone. I wasn't doing anything, but like at least I went to Mexico.
Well, I went to Mexico too. I got to like play with the dolphins and shit, and got to see a little bit of Mexican poverty there when I was in Cozumel.
Oh yeah, the slums. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of crackheads here and there, dude. I swear to God, like I was at Tijuana. I was like near the huge border. And there was a guy who was like tweaking off on meth or some shit. He was like having the time of his life.
Yeah, no. This was for me. This was in 2003. So, as I understand it, you weren't even selling your dad's ball sack then. But I think, here's what I believe about the internet. I believe the internet's a great tool to connect everybody, generations, and all that shit. I also went on a Disney cruise during the time they went to Epstein's Island, so fuck, I might have actually gone to Epstein's Island at some point. Thank God I wasn't one of the butt raped.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. So my dumbass at 13 years old in the year of our Lord 2003. We are invading Iraq. W still has a high approval rating for some reason. Don't ask me why. Even though everybody kind of knows he's kind of a dumbass. You know, and there's people that just seem to be hostile towards him no matter what. It's like kind of a prelude of all the people that are otherwise normal that'll go all, if they hear the word Trump, even if someone says Trump card, they'll just
spook the fuck out, yeah.
So, and I'm like on a tram, and I'm impatient. I'm 13 years old. I'm some fucking retard spurg, and I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna jump off the goddamn tram. And me, being a fat little 13-year-old wearing flip-flops, I fucked myself up. I skinned my knee something fierce.
Ouch.
And I gotta lie to my parents as to why that happened. And why I walked 2 miles back to wherever the hell all the other teenagers were.
I was shopping for some oatmeal and mayo.
Yeah, I'm just glad that, you know, the people in charge at the time didn't want to tell my parents that I skinned my knee on their fucking island. Now, at 13 years old, I'm thinking, great, I'm going to get bailed out. My parents aren't going to find out shit. And they didn't for a year until I told them after the fact. Oh, by the way, like a year ago, I skinned my knee when I was on some fucking Disney tram. I wanted to lie so I wouldn't get grounded.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything going on in Putopia? Kind of curious.
Aside from some big ass conversation, not really.
Well, Pink's got banned, but like, what kind of big conversation is it like?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, it is what it is. It's just poop and pee, bro. Just there's nothing else. Who's closing the door in the background? Who's there?
I didn't close the door. I just kind of put my elbow down on a wooden desk. That's what happened.
Oh, I hit a funny bone. Have you ever hit a funny bone?
I don't know, dude, but I tell you what. I think tonight has been relatively productive, and I think that maybe we ought to put a bit of a fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Ugh, fucking headset. Point
I
is,
hit that too sometimes.
Point is, there is no point. We're done.
Okay.